Hello, everybody. Welcome to Let's Try. My name is Retromation. This is Banners of Ruin 1.0. We covered this game like a year ago, and I absolutely adored it then. And it is out now in 1.0, and we have been sponsored by Streamforge to check it out. So I'm super excited. This kind of is like a combination between like a party-based RPG and a roguelike deck builder. And also animals, and like choose your own paths throughout the levels, and I just really appreciated my time with it. So I'm super I feel super fortunate to have been sponsored to come back to check it out for the 1.0. So we are gonna play through the tutorial because, like I said, it's been a year, man. Let's see, who do we want to pick? There's been a lot of changes since we last played. I actually have a little list of some of the stuff that's been tweaked. One of the things I know is that each individual animal will have their own type of passive with them, which is a big, neat thing. But let's go through the tutorial here. I don't know if we'll take these characters in or not, if they'll just say, all right, Banners of Ruin. The Blackfoots have been dealt a mighty blow by the fearsome House Ender. Landon seeks his revenge. You and the others loyal to the cause have been tasked with bringing the great city of Dawn's Point to its knees, but the odds are against you. This hotbar displays the party, or the number of cards in your deck, the number of members in your party, and the florins in your possession. Cards, members of the party, florins. Try clicking the deck icon. Yeah, this is a new and improved tutorial, I believe. It feels different at the very least. These are all the cards you take into combat with you. This includes any cards your characters are carrying. If they die, the cards go to. Okay, view our party. Look at him. Here you can see all the characters in your party. It's a small party for now, and you're in bad shape. Try selecting your character. In this view, you can see all of the cards a character has equipped. This character has Crude Hatchet equipped as their primary weapon card. Crude Hatchet is a one-handed axe as indicated in the top right of their card. The secondary slot is free and could take another one-handed weapon card. Two-handed weapons, greatsword, great axes, bows, crossbows, take up both weapon slots. Both of those right there. All right. Your campaign will take place across several streets with an elite enemy at its end. I want to turn up the old music is at maximum, so we're just going to turn up the entire game. 1 second. I'm sure I'll get blasted at some point here. Each lane in the street leads to a service. When you're done with a service and fight the elite, you'll move to the next street. Hey. Looks like there's some guards in your way. The cards on the left and right have counters. After selecting a card, any counters on the remaining cards will tick down. When they reach 0, they will be removed from the street. So we have to, like, pick between them sometimes. Your character's badly hurt. You should take the herbal remedy and heal up if you're going to survive the next fight. Heal the party up to Hundo P. Good stuff. All right, so now we've been blocked off by those. You need to regroup with your companion, who must be somewhere in the center lane. You'll have to resolve that combat to see what's further down the street. So yeah, so these are unplayable cards. They cannot be selected. They kind of serve to funnel you into forced encounters, usually like the elites and stuff. But for now, it's the tutorial, so they're going to be funneling us in here. All right. Oh, I missed this game. Vitality and Armor. Vitality is a character's health. If it reaches 0, the character will die and be removed from your party. Vitality persists across combats. Defense is granted by a character's armor and blocks damage. This is applied at the start of each combat. Better armor can be acquired later in the game. So yeah, we have like a little bit of damage that we can take that's not that big of a deal if we get, smacked around a little bit. Vitality is when it gets a little bit concerning, because we do not want them to die. We do not want to lose the cards that they have. It's important to have a nice, beefy party and not lose anybody important. All your characters have stamina on the left and will on the right. Stamina replenishes to max value each turn, every single turn. So that's every single turn you get this left one back. On the right, that will not. That will not. Cards cost stamina and will to play. Character can only play a card if they have enough of each stat, because they'll require usually one, sometimes both. Like you see right here, this one requires both. Enemies come in all shapes and sizes. They have a vitality and defense just like you, but use a range of abilities. You can see what an enemy will do by looking at their intent. Their intent, I believe, is going to be right here. There we go. Duh. It's like, I saw that. I thought it was it. Right there we go. 8 damage applies safety in numbers. On turn start, if this character has 3 or more allies, their armor is raised to 10. Okay, they intend to attack you for 8 damage each. You can see who they are targeting by hovering over. Obviously, we only have 1 unit, so it doesn't really matter right now. Enemies attack in the order of their position. The enemies are both on the front rank, but you will encounter others in the back rank too. Okay. Weapon cards can be played by the character wielding that weapon. The symbol at the top of the card matches the character's symbol. Try using Crude Hatchet to attack the enemy. I mean, sure. Ba-bow! Your character gained the Charge status effect. It can trigger various points in combat. You can hover over the status to see what it does. It increases the damage of your next attack. So, basically, yeah, the next time we attack, the damage is increased by the amount of charge stacks. So, you know, just an extra 2 damage. An important note is, if we were then to play a multi-strike card, like they're probably going to make us do right here, yep, that will apply to every single strike. So instead of just adding 2 damage, it effectively, since this will hit 3 times, it is going to do 6 extra damage, which is pretty noticeable. You showed them. Now you're out of stamina, but one of your cards costs 0 to play, so use it. Deal 6 damage to the opponent with the lowest vitality. Boop. You can't play any more cards, so you should end your turn. At the end of the turn, all of the cards in your hand go to the discard pile. At the start of your turn, you'll draw new hands from your draw pile. If there are not enough cards in your draw pile, it gets shuffled. You know, that's relatively standard fare there for the roguelike deck builder aspect. That enemy's planning to do more damage. We'd best stop that. Use Sharp and Steel to finish them off. 8 weapon damage, apply 4 bleeding. 8 weapon damage is just going to be enough there. End of combat, you're rewarded with XP, the split between characters. You also get some money, and the choice of 1 card. You do not have to add a card to your deck, because sometimes it's important to keep your deck nice and thin and trim. So what do we got here? Do we want anything? Apply 15 armor to an ally active character, and ally both gain Winded. Next turn, lose a stamina for every stack of Winded. Apply charge equal to the weapon damage, and then move or swap yourself to the front rank, so the front row. That's kind of interesting. Deal weapon damage if the only opponent in lane. If the enemy is the only opponent in the lane. Lane is the horizontal, and I believe rank then is the vertical. Let's go for it. Let's give it a go. I don't think I played with that when I played it before. So, your character is leveled up. When a character levels up, you choose to give them an extra point in stamina or will. They'll also unlock either a talent or a passive ability. Passives are status effects that are pre-applied to a character each combat and cannot be removed. Talents are cards unique to that character that only they can play, just like weapon cards. So go ahead and select your character and choose your rewards. All right. What do we want? Choose a card. 6 times 2 damage. Select another ally. They gain a stamina. I don't even know if the mouse was a character, a playable character when I played last. Upon reflection here, there was weasels, there was bears, there was rabbits. I don't know. I think that it might be a newer character since I played. 4 times 3, gain 5 retaliate. Whenever this character receives damage from an attack, they deal damage equal to the stacks retaliate back. Ranged attackers are not affected. Pick 1 card from your discard to move to your hand. Gain exertion. The next card this character plays is banished. Deal 6 times 2 damage. Like, you know what? Sure. Let's go with that because we're going to get an ally. And since we're getting a pretty expensive stamina card there, I feel like let's get a stamina upgrade. Congratulations, you emerged victorious, revealing your companion. Select an old friend and add them to your party. Any cards he's carrying will be added to your deck. Hello, Oakmont. Oh no, you've been ambushed. Ambush blocks all remaining lanes. Resolving any one of these cards removes them all. All right. Let's see who looks the weakest. I know it doesn't matter. Honestly, I want to fight you. You look like you'd be fun to hang out with. But yeah, tons of stuff have been added since we played in early access. There's a whole new progression system to unlock new characters and cards. Every race, as I mentioned, has a unique ability, fundamentally changing like how you can play them. card upgrade tokens, which is always a huge boon, in my opinion, for a roguelike deck builder. So, like, being able to actually upgrade the cards to play, like, have them do additional effects. End of Street Elite variants and several new enemies. So, yeah, that was something I mentioned when I played last time. It felt like there should just be a little bit more variety in the encounters. It seems like that has been added. Tons of new arts, fancy new cutscene. Stash system. You can hold on to weapons and armor for later use and swap at any time. That's pretty handy too, because it felt like you often would like get rid of a weapon and then you know, a little bit later in the run you'd be like, oh no, I wish I didn't get rid of that, because it actually functions really well with what I have now. All kinds of stuff. New endgame. A new endgame changes the course of your run because there's now informant tasks. Final 2 bosses of the game can be unlocked. So there is a lot more that has been added. Holy moly. 20 new scenarios, which is pretty huge. Those are the things on the map. Oaths that are difficulty modifiers, increasing your XP and drastically change your gameplay, so you get more variety. And a total of 300 cards and passives are now in the game, which is pretty dang huge compared to what it was. So that's me reading off the list. Honestly, partially for myself, because I'm just super excited to check out this game again. What a wonderful opportunity. Enemies on different ranks attack on alternating turns. The next rank to attack is indicated by the red bar at your feet. If you kill all the enemies on an active rank, the opponent's turn is skipped. That's a pretty important, unique tidbit to this game. So, like, it doesn't just go to the back line. They skip their turn. That's pretty big. Cards are played by the active character. Cards can only be played if this character has enough stamina and will. Weapon and talent cards can only be played by their wielders, and cards in your hand are highlighted if they can be played by an active character. So that is a pretty important thing. You may notice the symbols down here below the characters. Try changing the active character to your companion. Yeah, I mean, that just helps with quality of life. But you can, a big way to notice this symbol right here, you see how it's kind of like this square with the plus in it? That means that it has to be played by augment. Meaning any stat benefits that augment has will apply to the sword. But anything that, like if we buffed up Ruffersmith in combat and he had some kind of extra damage boost to his next attack and we played this, it wouldn't apply because augment is the one who is playing it. That's the only one that is that way right now. The others can be played by whoever we decide by selecting them in combat, basically. So, alright, they have Sparring Sword equipped. This sword attacks an entire rank. Try attacking an opponent on the active rank. That's the front rank. Alright. Hey, boo-boo! Whoa, look at that damage! I love that. I love when tutorials have that and then, whoa there! Like they're surprised. If you hover over the 2 front enemies, you'll both see they intend to attack your bear. That's going to be a lot of damage. Some cards will apply extra defense, but even a better option would be to evade the attacks altogether. So, whenever you hover an enemy, it shows who they're intending to attack. It also appears at the center of the screen, right there, indicating how they're targeting you. This icon means they'll attack the frontmost character in the indicated lane, and the most common type you'll see from enemies using melee weapons. So, fortunately, this means this type of attack can be evaded by moving to another lane or by moving a character behind another, as long as the front character can soak up the damage. What a stroke of luck! What a stroke of luck! Thank you, tutorial. Man, when you do the tutorial and you don't get the withdraw, that's a problem. You've drawn withdraw, which lets you move a character to another position, consumes your bear's single point of will for this combat, but avoids taking significant damage. All right. Okay, we'll move them to another lane. I mean, sure. Fantastic. Now your bear is safe, but they're out of stamina, so you should switch back to your mouse to play more cards. We have Rush in our hand, but without any charge. Doesn't deal very much damage. Mice have another trick up their sleeves. Race abilities. Hey, I'm excited to see this. Each race of animal has their own ability unique to them, which can be used at any time in combat by spending a will point. You can hover over the ability button to see the description, or view them all from the main menu. For each hit in your next attack, gain 3 charge, remove 1 fury, and 1 charge from the target. Okay. So we can do that. Doesn't want us to. Gotcha. Now, the mouse's ability reduces the stacks of charge and fury. Look out for that later in the game. Yeah, currently none of them have that, I was going to say. But also gains 3 charge for every hit. ability button on the top of the screen to activate it, so then we can do our... Now you could either play Rush or Strike, each leading to a significant or slightly different outcome. Try playing Strike against one of the front enemies. Okay. I mean, it ain't gonna do a kill. Fantastic. Now, Rush will deal 12 damage to a target. It would be a waste of damage to attack the remaining front opponent. Play a Rush against the rear enemy instead. If you say so. Neither your characters can play any more cards, so we shall end our turn. Alright, let's finish them off. Okay, so this is by Ruffersmith. We've got second win, draw card, gain 1 vigor. Next time they lose stamina, it is refunded. That's fun. So we could do second wind into like sharpened steel, and we technically kind of like, we don't gain in stamina, but it's pretty nice. So we'll probably want to go for the back line. Unfortunately, you don't have the lowest vitality, but we can just do it, I guess. Like, because why not? That's a free kill on you. Backline. Do weapon damage 8 if they're the only one in the lane. So, I mean, let's be real. This is actually very, like, we don't need to be worried about nothing here. Oop. Are you not the only one in your lane? If the only opponent in the lane, plus 10 damage. It says we can use it, but I guess they have something very specific in mind here. Because it's the tutorial. But when we're out of the tutorial, I guess it won't matter. Alright. Deal 6 damage to the opponent with the lowest vitality again. Every time you move, gain 5 charge. Like, move your character around. Every time you move an opponent, deal 5 damage. 5 damage. If they have more charge than armor, deal 4 times 3 damage. That's different than it was. Interesting. I'll say no for those for now. No for now. No for now. Congratulations, you completed a tutorial. From here, a typical run. You'll enter the city, continue your fray into the Dawn's Point. Time to wage your war against House Ender. All right, so let us pop on in with, let's get, let's get a weasel and a mouse. Sure. Begin campaign. All right. Yeah, we'll play for a little while here. What do we got here? This is, I don't know this. You spot a glistening treasure buried behind the stone cobbles at your feet, a spiritual token of some kind. Gain high spirits. Start your next combat with 1 vigor. Next time a character loses stamina, it's refunded. We saw that. Chance to offload. Probably remove cards, make your deck thinner. I mean, a random upgrade token. That sounds kind of fun. So, yeah, I wanted to check this out. So, draw... Ooh, we got the token is draw a card. So we can put this on anything? What would we want to do? Or is it saying we can only do it there? What do we want to do? Discard a card, gain 3, and then we could just draw a card. Right? Is that did we put it on there properly? Hold on. Did we? Ah, okay, we did. All right, good stuff. But then we could like drag cards onto slots. Oh, so we can take it out whenever we want. Okay. Maybe we can only do it whenever we find an upgrade station. Maybe not, but discard a card, gain 3, draw a card. I mean, it sounds kind of nice. All right. Block, enter combat. All right, so we have Winsmead and Hemelin. All right. You emerge from the black and find yourself on one of the guard bunks. Where the devils did you come from? You can't be here. Yeah. Sorry, not here. Yeah. Discard a card to gain 3 charge. So what is the Weasel's ability? Also, you have a two-handed... You have a longsword there. You've got the axe. At the start of their turn, this character takes vitality damage equal to the stacks of bleed. Spawn 3 concealed blades in your hand. Oh. Interesting. kind of like a rogue here. But that costs will. Like, we don't need to. But, like, also, you know, we might as well at some points. So, banishing a card moves to the banish pile. What is it? 2 damage, apply 3 bleed. Fair enough. Fair enough. But it is expensive. It is expensive. Attack all targets on the rank seems like a pretty good idea. You have 3 energy, so you could do something like... Boom. You get 3. So then we do 11. That seems like a better idea. Let's do it that way so we get the kill there. And we'll just see how much damage we can do here. You are attacking who? You are going to be doing 8 damage here. Doesn't really matter. We have the armor. We really can just feel free to kind of go nuts, I feel. Like, there's really no risk. It's the first combat, let's be honest. That was not supposed to go poorly. Remove all bleed on an ally and then also apply 5 armor. Oh, that seems like it's situational, but bleed goes through armor if it hasn't been changed. If it hasn't been changed, bleed goes through armor, which can be a really concerning way to start to lose your characters. Select a target. If the position behind them is vacant, move them to it. That seems kind of expensive for that. Like, I'm trying to think of the situations. That might be better than I think, though. Deal 6 damage. Push the opponent back to back rank. If occupied, switch the position. That just seems better than kick. I'm trying to see why is there any reason this is just way more versatile than kick. I'm not sure. There might be something I'm missing with it. All right. You open the hatch and enter the city. And we are met with a fight. Bring it on, punk. But yeah, getting to the point where we get the character level ups and then we start to get character passives is where it really gets kind of spicy. So in addition to getting the cards and being able to upgrade the cards in their minute ways, you get the different armor, which actually changes the characters' like visuals, changes their base stat lines around. You get the passives. I'm not reading from a sheet or anything. This is just something that I think is fun about the game. Each individual character kind of has their own build. You know, you want to have a cohesive party idea about what you want out of your party, and like basic like neutral cards that will kind of help you cover up your weaknesses or create synergy between the whole party. But then you'll also have each individual character will kind of have their own unique build as well, because you can get passives that make it so whenever you use this kind of attack, it's more powerful, like, you know, or get this much armor if you have none. Get this much armor at the start of your turn. Like that kind of stuff, you know? So it's pretty neat. Pretty neat. So what do we got here? We got the Scoundrel. We don't have a multi-strike attack. Gain 10 armor and spawn take cover. That's kind of good. So you're going to do 2 times 4. You're both attacking him. Don't have any way to move. But you have 14. Again, you have 14 armor. It's not too concerning. So 10, 5, we got 15 there. That's more than enough, so I'm going to do Momentum to discard one of our guards. See what we get. Okay, Battering... Oh my god, I'm losing my voice. I apologize. Let me take a drink of water. Battering Ram is actually really interesting here. Let's use Battering Ram with you. Push you back there. Because now we're only dealing with 1 attack. Which is kind of huge. Spawn take cover. I can't remember. This doesn't go away. Right? It doesn't go away. So what are we dealing with here? We've got 3 charge on you. We could offload that. Or we could try and wait. Do we have a multi-strike? We do have Rush. So since we have rush, I guess it would probably be a better idea to do this here. And I'm going to attack the scoundrel in the back. One, because he's closer to death already. And then second, because it's going to become their turn. I just didn't even bother with the shield. It's just... it does matter. It does, because it does. It does. Oh, well. Okay. So it's back there. It is their turn. If we attack with you, it does 3 extra damage. 4 times 3. Yes, sirree. That means you're knocked out, and the enemy does not get a turn. The enemy, I repeat, does not even get a turn. If we kicked him into the back line, it probably would. But, Okay. Just not too concerned here. Opponent's turn. Doesn't really happen. Good stuff. 6 damage if active character is in the front rank, plus 4. I mean, we don't really need to get too... Like, we don't need to care too much here. We are pretty dang brutal. Okay. Deal weapon damage if two-handed weapon. Deal damage to the lane. Weapon damage. So the longsword is a two-hand, right? It's not just big because it's a mouse. Apply 3 mark to the target enemy rank. The entire enemy rank. If there is more than one race on the rank, apply overwhelm as well. So marked makes it so when the character dies, stacks of vulnerable are applied to members of their party. So basically, we mark somebody if we can kill them, then their whole party becomes a little bit more susceptible to damage. If there is more than one race in the rank, they receive even more damage. So that stacks with vulnerable, from what I remember. Okay. Boy, oh boy. Like, I don't want to add too much, you know? But let's get tensions. Let's get tensions. We'll call it a good enough idea for now. Chance to improve. Gain doggedness. Start your next combat with more armor. Or a chance to improve at the altar. Courage. Some enders are hot on your tail. You turn a corner to find a seemingly dead end. Windsmead yells, "Over here, a hatch!" Bah, the cursed thing is sealed. Windsmead can gain a stamina, but lose 10 vitality. Temporary? Windsmead exhaustively bludgeons the lock open with her weapon until it finally thunders open. Quick, get in. As Windsmead begins to heave the door shut. A deft arrow finds its mark in the shoulder. You disappear into the shadows. I mean, that's a lot of damage. I'm not going to deny, but that is also a pretty big get. Let's get another upgrade token. What do we get? Gain 3. Does this happen before or after? I don't know. I don't know if it happens before or after. Because that would change things. Because if it happens before, that's great for Rush. Let's just dare to dream. Get it? Yeah, we got it. Dare to freaking dream. Drunken guards, let's take it. Okay, this is a heavy patrol. Combat. Yeah, combat. It looks like is that an elite combat? Doesn't say it's an elite combat. Overzealous guards, crazy weasel. The weasel babbles at passersby, splattering them with spittle from his foaming mouth. He's clearly alarmed, but struggling to make sense. Let's go for it. I want to meet you. The weasel babbles at you with a magic grin on his face before sputtering into a fit of coughs. Want to change a piece of yourself? Wheezy can help. Fine. This is usually not something I think that is a good idea, going for random. Oh, okay. We get a choice between 3. That makes it better. Heal 10 vitality. Reduces by 2 every time the card's played. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Like, we can heal ourselves. We can heal up the mistake that or the health sacrifice that we just did. But then this card would eventually become janky and garbage. And we'd have to find a way to remove it. That's kind of... I like that. I like that idea. Gains 6 armor and 1 charge. If this character has any adjacent allies of the same race, they all gain 12 armor and 5 charge. That is cool, but not something that we can really handle right now. But I would love a mouse posse. It's a search party. All right, we in there. Oh my god, look at this boy. Hey there, buddy. At the end of the turn, this character gains charge equal to their stacks of Fury, and Fury increases by +2. So he's just going to get nastier and nastier over time. So if we increase our momentum by 3, this would do... So this would do 12. I think we can do this. I don't love discarding that, but we will get another card. Ooh. Poo. So we'll do this. And then we gain it after. Okay, we do gain it after. The good news is Longsword will kill. The bad news is we then have to deal with this situation. 5 damage to everybody in the rank is annoying, but we can spawn, take cover, and armor up you. We can rush because there's no reason not to. The question is, like, do I then want to bring my concealed blades out just so I can only use 1? That I don't know. I don't know if it's a good call. Seems like kind of a waste. But we're going to be fine here. Good stuff. We can kick somebody back. That is a great idea. That is a great idea. I'm gonna do it with you so that we can get you. We can kill you next turn, so that you won't have a turn. So you're doing again 5 to. No, you're doing 12. You're doing 12 to him. I mean, it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying indeed, but it's also kind of fine. Hatchet, probably. We could also withdraw. It's probably a more logical way of just handling this situation. So now nobody's taking damage. We can't use the hatchet, but it's fine. Let's go for it. It's not my favorite way of using that there, but it is a-okay. Wait, does that have to be used by this character? I guess I'm not confident about that. I assumed that they needed to be played by this character, but actually I don't think it does. Huh. Okay. Okay, so we can apply tensions. It doesn't matter who we use it on because it's just, there's not much left there. Do we not have a kill? Do we not have a kill? Do we legitimately not have a kill? Does bleed happen at the start of their turn? Okay, so that should be fine. What worst comes to worst, what's the deal here? Okay. Because I don't really want to... I don't want to risk battering ramming them and then switching the positions and then he gets to attack. Like, I don't know how that shakes out. So let's just be a little bit babyish. I figured that was going to work out that way. But I wasn't positive. So you are now vulnerable. You receive 25% more damage from attacks. Cannot go wrong there. So we've got... Sure, 12 damage. If this breaks their armor, you also gain the two fury there. But, or, yeah, you know what I mean. All right, so deal 6 damage for each ruin card in your hand. I believe those are kind of like curses, afflictions, just bad, junky, like intentionally bad cards. I could be wrong. No, that's right. Change the card into a ruin card. Ruin changes a card into a ruin card. Ruining a card during the campaign is permanent but temporary within combat. Yes. Okay. Mirror an opponent's armor stacks is curious. I gotta be real, though. Vanguard feels like a solid card for this early on. 2 characters have leveled up. Hello, boys. All right. Yeah, let's get that for now. What else you got? 6 times 2 damage. Select another ally. They gain a stamina. Lose all of your stamina and then gain twice that amount in charge. If this character has any charge, lose all charge and draw 2 cards. So it doesn't matter how much charge you have. If they have any, they lose it all. Huh. I mean, 2 cards is good. Like, don't get me wrong. I feel like that would be much better if we had a bigger party and thus a bigger energy pool. We'll get to the point, maybe we'll get to the point in this video or not, where we will be able to recruit a posse or not. I'm not sure. Deal 6 times 2 damage. This feels like a good call. Like a good, safe call. I don't think we have any other armor. All right, what do you got? Oh, geez, dude. Rotate with target ally and then spawn. Rotate. What is rotate? Just switch with them. Spawn 2 concealed blades. Actually seems relatively solid. It doesn't dodge damage. It dodges damage on this character, but not on another. We don't really have a tank yet. Deal 12 damage if this breaks the target's armor. Apply 10 poison, which is nasty. Deals damage equal to the stacks of poison. Start a turn. Increases by 1 each turn. It's nuts. But that would have to break the armor. That might be big enough to take, though. Deal weapon damage. If the target has bleed, spawn a 0 cost concealed blade. Ooh, it does sound fun, but Acid Bird sounds really fun. Acid Bird. All right, what do we got? Heavy Patrol, a chance to heal. Let's get silly. You approach the reserves, finding untidy stacks of weapon crates on the left and some chests of armor on the right. As you begin to inspect them, you hear the heavy footsteps of some guards. Returning from a patrol, you only have time to look at one set before they return. Let us view the 3 armor. Oh, hell. Well, they are at least superior. So, at the start of each combat, you get the 10 armor as opposed to 6, and then you gain a stamina every turn. I'll take it. And then, you know what? Let's take... There's no reason not to take those for our stash. God, I love the fact that they added the stash. That's so helpful. Oh my god, execute. Dispatch the militia guards with ease. However, one mouse is left begging for your life at his feet. His life at his feet. No, thank you. I'm going to go over here and try to heal. I do not want to execute a mouse. A Blackfoot weasel brandishes his arsenal of foul-looking concoctions under his cloak. These beauties are for some ender cloaks, but it looks like you could use some of this. For the pain, that is. He hands you a familiar-looking bottle carefully armored with fine-crafted leather. It's my last bottle. It tastes foul enough that you wonder if he really did just poison you. Offering thanks, you look up to find him already vanished. We got heal. I mean, hey, medicines. We should be fine. We should be fine. All right. Let's get spicy with it. This may be our last one, so let's do a freaking elite fight. Why not? Eager strike 6 times 2. Select another ally. They get the stamina. For each hit in your next attack, gain 3, and then remove 1. The concept of removing that damage is, or the fury is nice too. Let's start off nasty. Can we not reduce it below 1, or is it because we didn't technically hit? Also, why did I go for the tank? That's the real dumb thing that I did there. Bye-bye. I guess because it doesn't matter. Select another target. Good stuff, sure. Not really going to matter much. You're both going to take 10. It's, like, slightly bothersome. Sure. Actually, yeah. We'll Conceal Blade those. Oh my god! Wrecked? Absolutely wrecked. Okay, so we can... Let's see. I will say we can discard this because it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care if we... like, why on earth would I care if we make it so other enemies are weakened when there are no other enemies? We should have broken there, but it's fine. We got a win. Deal weapon damage of a 2-hand. Deal it to the lane. 4 damage to the opponent party. To everyone. Select a target and move them to a vacant position in their rank. Ooh, it is situational in the sense that if there's 3 units in the rank, it does nothing. But moving a melee unit to the side counts as dodging them out of the way without having to move your character. But I feel like I'm worried we are running the risk of janking our deck up. Oh, we got a weapon. A weapon. Is this a 2-hand? No, they're both 1-hands. So, hatchet. Let's see. We already have the hatchet. I mean, battle axe. We could take both, and Hemelin could literally have both of those, and we could put this here. So, like, because we're probably not going to get to the point where that's going to matter. I mean, that seems kind of fun. I mean, the mouse seems more like a multi-strike. Let's see. 9 damage if the opponent intends to attack this character. Deal 1 × 4 to adjacent opponents on the rank and gain 4 charge. That's really fun. And then we have the sword if it comes down to it. If we need it, we got it. We need it, we got it. All right. I don't know if that was an elite combat or not. So for real this time. Ooh, I love that. The parallax. So good. So good. So we can run. Oh, that's actually a neat thing. I don't think that was in the game last time. We can run, losing some health to our party. Let's, you know what? Whatever. There you are, a voice declares as you emerge from a stifling back alley. Run them down. Nope. Let's fight. All right. Yep. Uh-oh. Ooh, Nelly. Doggy. This is going to be a fight. All right. Okay, I think that starting off with this is not a bad call. Oh! 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 Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. I didn't know that. If it's in our stash, then it's... Oh, beans. That ain't great. Think about this. I'm going to get my concealed blades, and it does have to be done by him. Gets him down to 8. Maybe you see my plan here. Break that armor. We do have the 5. We can rush. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. All right, but what's happening here? So we've got 2 hits on you, though you can semi-take it. So you're going to be taking 6 and then bleed. And a little bit of bleed. You're going to be doing 12. So that's 2 overflow damage. This is way more overflow damage. But we can't do it. So, all right. Yeah, this I knew what we were getting in for. I knew it was going to be kind of zesty in a scary way. Acid burn. I mean, that's big. 12 damage if it breaks the... Yeah, I mean, like, I want to. So... strike with you. 20 damage. Kick is... this was a bad turn to draw kick. This is spicy. I mean, I knew what I was getting in for. I knew that I was making a bad choice. Acid burn. I mean, that's really good. That's going to do lots of damage. Yeah. The good news is we totally don't need kick. Bad news is we don't really need that either. Okay. And what are you gonna do? Incoming pain, baby. Ooh! Ow! I literally couldn't have done anything. I couldn't have done anything, dude. I couldn't have done anything. We should have just built it. I mean, you know what we should have done? We should have just not... we should have just not taken the fight. We're screwed. Because now, these cards are still here, but we can't use them. It's brutal. So, like, having a bigger party is, like, it's great, but it has some downsides to it. But alas, we are straight up screwed. This guy's going to die already. So we'll just start to mess you up. If you can pull this victory out somehow, this is a miracle. But we can kill you. Really, really easily we can kill you. Okay. So we got the 4, there. We're going to take this 10 damage, but we have the armor, so that helps a lot. Oh, jeez. So 6 times 2, it actually does 20. There's no point to do Rush right now over Eager Strike. Or Bleed. All right, I'm counting on you, Poison. You better work when I think you will. Okay, good. All right, we might actually be able to handle this. 18 damage, you absolute goon, boy. Can't do that. Discard. It's literally unusable for us right now. Can't use that. Uh-oh. So we just have to take this damage. We don't want to kill them right now. We do not want to kill them right now. We want to kill them next turn. 5 damage. 5% more. If we kill them next turn, then we basically gain a turn. Which, boy, we need so bad. All right. You technically intend to attack me. but not because it's not your turn. Gotcha. Oh, boy. Armor up, armor up. There's no reason not to. 10, 8. Oh, it's not so bad. Good. We have the 4, so we got a solid amount there. We could kick, though. We can't kill. Wait. Yes, we can, because we have Overwhelm. It's fine. This guy's just gaining armor. Oh, Hamelin. Oh, Hamelin. Hamelin, 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 Hamelin. If this breaks armor. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's do 2 damage. Or damage with 2 things. And then gain the 15 armor and end our turn. Oh, he applies 4 vulnerable. That is scary. Doesn't matter. Definitely put that on. Definitely put that out for the bleed. It'll go through his armor there. Not that it really matters that much. We're gonna have to. Yeah, we're doinked, I think. If he's just gonna keep on. Ooh. Ooh. It's definitely a good idea. Stop him from actually doing his entire turn. I wish we could do more damage with that. But we're not in the front rank, and I don't really have. I don't think I have a way to get there. Okay, here we go. We're gonna be getting somewhere now. If this breaks the target armor, gain 2. Kick is useless right now. I mean, that's even more useless, but you know. And then sure footing. Oh, that worked out great. That worked out absolutely fantastic. We got the armor to block that all, and we even have ourselves the charge because we were able to break his armor. He's doing 18 to us. He's doing 18 to us. I'm out of this mortal coil, man. Yeah, even without the frontline buff, that doesn't do it for us. Gives him 18, man. This man is not built for a 1v1 tussle. Holy. Whew. We're doing damage now. And he only gains 10 armor, which is great, because that move is much worse than his other there. He intends to attack, gain 4. I think we will want to do that. 12. We have 4, though. We could do this, and then we could do solid footing, which could be enough. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Maybe we can do it. Oh, he's popped down up to the front. Thank you. That is actually kind of good for us. Discard that. We don't have any of that. 12 damage. Well. We literally just don't have it unless we get the kill. We were going to die there. We were going to die there. Oh, Hamelin. That is the face of a man who's lost everything. And then he becomes battle-hardened. And he gives up his life of axes. Oh, Hamelin. You poor soul. Akimbo. Deal weapon damage if dual-wielding. Attack twice more. I mean, that seems pretty fun, though. He gives up his life of giving up stuff and decides, you know what? That's actually kind of cool. But alas, that is actually... Whew! That is where we're going to call it here. Let's see. We can actually show off the passives now, though, so that's actually a great way to end it out here. So there's a mouse passive. At the end of their turn, if the character has at least 15 block, they gain anticipation. The next incoming damage to this character is reduced to 0. That is amazing. Whenever this character discards, they gain 1 restoration, which is vitality at the end of the turn. So that is also really neat. At the end of the turn, if 3 or more enemies are intending to attack this character, gain anticipation. Poof! It's all wild, but yeah, that nimble one seems pretty dang slick. It doesn't matter, because we are donezo. It looks like your presence in the city is becoming noticed. It's only going to get harder from here. And boy, would it. We have won this game before, like, believe it or not, with with that. In the future, I think taking on an elite that early is very, very frightening. But, you know, it could have worked out well. Like, if he wasn't at, no, he wasn't at half. I don't know. Either way, this has been Banners of Ruin 1.0. The game is absolutely wonderful. I adore it. And, again, a huge thank you to Streamforge for sponsoring. Please click the link at the top of the description to pick up this game for yourself. You can go find it right there, out now in 1.0. The game was already worth it in early access, and it is just even more worth it now. There is a sale running. Let's see. This was not part of the thing. I just want to mention it. That there is a sale running right now, it looks like. 20% off until August. When does this stop? It says it stops on... I just saw it somewhere. August 12th. So it is currently $15.99 US instead of $19.99 US. So if you get it before the 12th, you can get it on sale for $15.99. Again, that's not part of the sponsored thing. I just think, hey, if you're gonna get it right now. Like, it's on sale. Like, you're gonna save money. So that is gonna do it. My name is Retrobation. I put out videos on indies every single day, the hot new indies, especially if you like roguelikes. This is a channel worth subscribing to. Hit the old like button, comment down below, tell me what you like about the game, and hey, why don't you stick around a bit? I'll show you all kinds of great new games. And again, a wonderful thank you to Streamforge for reaching out to sponsor, because yeah, we covered it before and I already liked it. It's great when that works out, you know. Like, there's a lot of games that come out, so sponsorship just helps. All it does is help move it up the old list there. And I only take sponsorships for games that I think are genuinely good. So that is that. That's gonna do it for today. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.